Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. I want to shout out the Millie crew. I want to shout out Cutie Pie Virgo for this putting me on the Storm Monroe. Y'all, we got some tea to spill. We're gonna start with Tasha K. Let's go. Before I get started, this is all alleged. Everything is alleged, but I'm gonna show you where you can go to see it, hear it, and know about it, and you can get allegedly your own self. So apparently Monday, allegedly, Tasha K had gone to bankruptcy court where she allegedly committed perjury. Perjury. Now this is Storm Monroe. Thank y'all for putting me on to him. But if you want to listen to what I'm about to talk to you about, go to Hip Hop Inquirer and you will find the interview with investigative reporter Dennis Byron and Crystal Jordan. She's an award-winning author. And I'm looking back and forth because I'm looking at it right now as I talk to you about it. Let's get into it. So for whatever reason, Tasha K got something going on with this dude right here, right? She tried to expose his unmentionable photos out here, and he is very upset with her. He had a lot of choice words for her as well. But also in the middle of the interview, before the reporters start talking about it, let me show you this. Allegedly, when Tasha was in court, she was asked Monday, did she have an app? She said no. And since then, y'all, she has changed the app and put it in her husband's name. And according to Storm, once you sign up on this app, you can never unsign. And his words, his exact words, and I quote, "Welcome to death row." So allegedly, apparently there's some missing tax returns. And the judge has given her to July the 14th to get those to the court. Then Crystal said that that's why she and her husband have filed separately. They're filing separate taxes. But the kick is this: regardless if you file separate or joint, them taxes gonna have to be paid. I'm gonna move on out of here and I'm gonna play you some video. And then I'm gonna be back with some more stuff. Probably just a video. Get into it. And I'll talk to y'all later.
If that was what happened, then couldn't that still, because married property is still joint property. So I'm wondering if that's going to be an issue as well, because she tried to file separately after the judgment came down.
He started asking more questions about her husband and bank accounts and so forth. So when asked, do you own any bank accounts out of the United States? She says no. Does your husband own any bank accounts out of the United States? She says no. Is there accounts owned anywhere in Africa? She says no. How about to your husband? I think he had a bank account when he was a kid.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun, and I'm back with part 2. Before we get into this next video, Storm was saying that he doesn't know why Tasha didn't pay the $92,000. He said he knows what she used to make, and he said with the apps alone, she could have paid that $92,000. Y'all, go ahead and get your hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun cups, because there's a lot of sipping that we about to get into. Let's go.
I felt like she was not prepared, and I expected her to be a lot more prepared for the questions. Even when it was asked about the bags, her what she owed, she just, it's like she was just not prepared for the questions and kind of pulling things out of thin air.
Right. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
She was asked if she, the judge asked her about the lawsuit. She said that was all she had. And then the judge asked her, did she have grounds to sue anyone else? Was she planning to sue anyone else? And at first she says no. Then she comes back and says that she's going to sue. She's planning to sue her attorneys because she lost the suit, the case. But she said she has no money to sue them. So the judge was like, so you are planning to sue? And she said yes. But then she acknowledged she doesn't have the money to actually sue. So it was just like...
So I think at this point she's she gonna sue. So she wait a minute. So she's planning to sue what, Olga? For messing her over? When it comes to court, what? You should have never hired Olga. I'm not understanding now. I'm reacting to this live with y'all, and I'm hopping.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. Now in this part of the Tasha K situation, they're talking about how the courts and the IRS are gonna start asking for proof of these payments, these cancel checks, and where this money is going. And the tax returns that they cannot find. Let's get into it.
What was coming from the social media platforms, and there were a lot of numbers that just didn't add up.
And I don't know, man. I think this is gonna be worse than just the if she ends up she obviously owes Cardi, but at this point there could be issues with the IRS, and I just this all could have went away if she just would have recanted what she said.
Well, I don't think the IRS is not going away.
It's not going away. I'm saying but she's now in front of the IRS because of what she was doing with Cardi, and the fact that she refused to back down, she refused to take the post down, she refused to apologize, and so now she's in a situation where not only does she owe Cardi, but she could potentially owe the IRS.
And the way the IRS, the agent, she said, we need this by July 14th.
Yeah, she was not playing. I was nervous.
I was nervous when she came in there. I'm like, what?
This thing, I was like, I don't want to be on here.
I'm like, who turned my volume up? All of a sudden, it went from everyone had, and then when she came in, you knew she was there.
Yeah.
And that should be very concerning to her, because she knows that when she said $92,000, and the IRS agent said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's some filings missing. When she said that, I'm like, wait a minute. So you said that you filed this, and she said, we don't have a record you filed this. She needs to huddle with her tax accountant and say, what the heck is going on? Why didn't you submit these filings? Because I'm sitting here looking crazy, telling this IRS agent that could be potentially be coming down and doing a audit.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun, and I'm almost done. So it came out that Tasha's husband had some property that they had put in his name, and it had like a $400,000 or $500,000 judgment on it. And then Kibi Studios was also put in his name, and they dissolved it after the judgment had come down. That's a little suspicious. So it sounded like that these two were under impression that Tasha was trying to dissolve it so the debt would go away, but she still has to pay the IRS. And then they went on to say that the IRS agent that was in the courtroom, she was very aggressive. And Crystal was saying that she was fair, and she was asking specific questions for a specific thing. And Tasha was not prepared. And she said she was just shocked that she was just in there not prepared. So then they was talking about, like, all of this is alleged, because I was not there. I'm just telling you, you can go on YouTube and you can find this with Storm Monroe. With that being said, let's keep going. So they asked Tasha K, has she had any communication with Cardi B? Not communications like, girl, what's up, blah, 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 but communications like, are you trying to get a payment plan set up? Tasha told him, yeah, I have communications. I talk with her on social media. Then come to find out, one of the lawyers is following Tasha K. And then come to find out, Tasha K had blocked him. And the lawyer said, it's okay. I can subpoena it. Tasha, you got to get yourself together. At some point, Tasha just needs to stop talking, right? Because if I owe somebody like that some money, the last thing I'm going to do is talk about them and egg them on. I'm not going to do that. But Tasha also has said that she couldn't take the stuff down. She couldn't stop talking about it because that would mean other celebrities would want her to do that also. Child, hindsight is 2020. Let's get into this video.
Is because they're asking for the bankruptcy to be granted so she can have some relief when it comes to, but if you are acknowledging that you're going back and forth with the person on social media, it would make it very difficult for someone to have empathy for you. You did sue her. I understand that there's, now people feel like all publicity is good publicity, but this is not about publicity. At this point, this is about your livelihood. So at some point, you have to start thinking about what is the smart thing to do? And acknowledging that you're going back and forth with her on social media when you're here because of what you've done on social media, it's just not smart.
She stated that her husband makes a month close to $23,000 a month, and she makes what, like $3,000 a month?
Mm-hmm.